This area here is actually so bad that the majority of Chinese people are even moving out. You can see lots and lots of Chinese stores that are closed.
And these are some of the local Napolitania people that are looking for clothes in the garbage.
Syringes and glass and everything on the playground where kids are supposed to play.
Like, I already was throwing up in my mouth, and now it's like...
I actually feel like it made it a little bit better because you can only smell the fish and not the pee and everything else.
Yeah.
When people think of Italy, they imagine perfection, spotless streets, timeless beauty, elegance in every corner, and nowhere represents that image better than Naples. A city so clean, so refined, so effortlessly beautiful that it feels like a postcard brought to life. This is the Italy of polished marble, gentle chaos, and flawless charm, where history is perfectly preserved and every street tells a romantic story. At least, that's what we were told. Because Naples isn't a city that you just visit, it's a city you experience. Raw, loud, unfiltered, and unlike anywhere else in Italy. So forget what you think you know. This is Naples.
Oh, it smells horrifically bad.
Honest, intense, unforgettable. And we're about to show you the real thing.
Diego Maradona. We've entered the tourist trap center of Napoli. This is a crazy city. There's so much going on. I can't wait to try fried pizza, by the way. Supposedly the Napoli specialty. Fried and pizza together for this fat man? Yes, please. And look at the history. You can feel the history here in the streets of Napoli. Of course, you can also smell the garbage and the pee and the never-ending graffiti as well. Freestyle?
Yes, I do
Okay.
freestyle. Our church going on the spray scene in winter time. I see my couple walking down on the spray scene in winter time. Boyfriend and girlfriend have a conversation. Some nights on the telephone when the Joe Robinson for the microphones and I out there when they come from. Maybe from Ireland, Dublin, Bedford, Galway, Cork, had about the way up to Napoli City. I'm a visitor up from Jamaica. Visitor up on the pre-save with them. La Free Saint K Web, JC Eminem. They just want to do anything the other way. Hi, welcome. My couple from Dublin to Napoli City. I've been in Spain. I love Ireland, Dublin. Okay. Number one. Thank you, God bless you, bro. Thank you, we'll see you another time. Thank you.
God bless you, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Freestylers on the streets of Naples, Italy, 2025. Fair enough. He just seems to be hustling, so fair play to the guy. I wasn't expecting it. He gave me a freestyle.
A freestyle?
Yeah.
Okay.
That church is very beautiful, but actually a very interesting thing about it. So this is actually the church of Santa Maria and the souls stuck in purgatory. So you can go inside the church and adopt your own skull. It used to be a cult that had a cardinal ban, but apparently it's still happening to this day in the lower church. So down underneath this church, you can still adopt a skull, and it's kind of like, it's almost like a creepy, like satanic sort of thing. But if you do go into the church, you can pray for the souls stuck in purgatory to be released. What a weird place. It's crazy how narrow these alleyways and streets are. And then when you look up, you just see the real beauty of old Italy. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's really gorgeous in the areas where people cannot reach, so nobody can spray on it.
Exactly. Yeah, Napoli on the ground level, I have to say, like immediate first impressions, it's one of the dirtiest cities that I've ever seen. But when you look up, it's beautiful.
He was trying to salt the lady.
Trying to put some salt on the lady and lemons all over his hat. This place is different. Napoli is different. Wow, look at these buildings here. Entirely abandoned. It doesn't seem to be that old. Like this looks to be probably from somewhere back in like the 70s, 60s or 70s maybe. But it's completely abandoned. Can only imagine what it used to be used for. It could be a school or something like that. Crazy looking. In terms of like decay and urban grittiness, this city is right up there with one of the craziest that I've seen. There's a sign just here. It basically says this used to be an emergency room clinic or like a hospital of sorts. Nowadays it's basically just an abandoned dumping ground.
I know this is supposed to be a construction site, but it just looks like a meshed together installation of garbage. And this, by the way, is the Centro Storico, so the historical core of Napoli, which is like the main tourist area in the city, I believe. So like, it's crazy to actually see how much garbage there is.
Made it to Garibaldi, the area of Garibaldi station, which, believe it or not, is the largest station in Napoli, and it is quite literally an outdoor homeless encampment. So it's about 10 homeless dudes, another 10 on this side. It's pretty sketchy for us to be filming in these types of areas, especially when we don't have people to back us up. Like, it's just Naomi and me. We don't have security or anything like that, but these are all basically just recently arrived people that have crossed over and are making their way through Italy up into Western Europe, into hopefully social security nets that they can take advantage of.
And this is also usually the area kind of where all of the tourists that are coming in by bus or by train, they all will arrive into this area here. Anything public transport really goes through here. So I think it's kind of strategically chosen by, I don't know, migrants or homeless people, probably in order to either ask for money or steal some things off of the tourists.
Exactly. You've got beautiful historical statues here of Giuseppe Garibaldi, which is obviously a representative of Napoli, of the city of Napoli. And then behind us here, like, this city is like quite literally, it's very, very concentrated. All of them are concentrated in specific areas. So it's funny. To me, it's really funny because in the tourist center areas, you won't see any of this because they're all just hushed and pushed away. But then when you come to places like this, it's so apparent and it's so disgusting and it's so destructive. And the fact that Italians have to put up with this, that Europeans have to put up with this in 2025, it's horrible. We need to stop accepting this type of stuff in our cities that we're paying so much money to live in. Napoli is not cheap, and if you're coming here as a tourist, you're paying big money to just be here in one of the hotels, and if you see this type of stuff, it's disgusting.
One of the major things as well that like annoys me personally so much is that these people are throwing so much garbage. It's just like the absolute disrespect for your host country. Obviously you're a guest here. Why are you throwing all of the garbage in the streets? Just try and show a little bit of respect for the country and the city that you're in.
And a lot of the people as well that are hanging out in these areas are dealing drugs, doing things that are incredibly illegal, and then they have the nerve to try and intimidate local Europeans as well. So like when you walk through different neighborhoods like these areas here, this is the center of Napoli, one of the biggest cities in Italy, the center of it. And they will literally try and intimidate you and tell you, oh, don't film, don't do this, and they will attack a lot of times locals as well. So it's just disgusting behavior, and it should no longer be accepted or should no longer be the norm. It's basically just an open air crack den. As you can see, you really don't want to come here after dark. In fact, you really don't want to come here at all. And just behind here, if I zoom in a little bit, you have literally open air drug deals in the middle of the day. Many of these people, by the way, migrants that just crossed over into Italy and are quite literally under the nail or under the thumb of the Camorra mafia that operate here in Napoli. So a lot of them are very easy targets for the mafia, obviously, because they don't earn money and they need money desperately. And desperation is the perfect solution for new members in mafia situations. We have the similar situation where I'm from in Ireland. We have many gangs that operate under the same circumstances, and you will find that these migrants are so desperate that they will become sort of attached to these organizations, and then they'll commit different crimes under the guise of that operation or of that mafia. And a lot of these areas here are literal hotspots, so if you are going to visit Napoli, steer clear of here. If you're going to come through the station, get in and get out as quickly as you can. And if I'm going to be completely honest, completely avoid Napoli if you value your safety, and if you value things like cleanliness and morality and just in generally you want to have a good time on your holidays.
Actually show them, there's the military police standing there with 3 guys, and they're not doing anything. There's literally syringes and glass and everything on the playground where kids are supposed to play, and lots of possibly illegal people, illegal migrants, and they're not doing anything. There's drug dealings happening here. They're just standing there and looking. I don't get it.
It's all in the name of not offending anybody. Crazy homeless people wandering the streets, crack addicts everywhere. It is a disaster. It is an absolute disgrace. If Europe doesn't wake up in the next year or two and understand what's happening in these areas, it's doomed. It's over. In fact, I think it's already too late. It's legitimately an entire area of this city that has been completely swallowed. Disaster. It feels like we are in Somalia, something like this. I'm not even joking, guys. Mogadishu. I would like to compare it somewhere like Sudan or something like that. This is not what I think of when I think of Europe. But unfortunately, if you say it to a lot of people nowadays, they will actually say that this is what Europe looks like, because it is. And a lot of these areas, they are all having big families. And are you aware of the birth rate for Italy? It's very low, right?
I think it's 1.2 when it comes to ethnic Italians. 1.2 or 1.8, something like that.
1.2 or 1.8? Yeah. Okay.
Under 2 for sure.
Under 2. I can guarantee you that these guys are having much more than 2. Much more. And these are some of the local Napolitania people that are looking for clothes in the garbage. So it's awful, really awful. It's all just open air drug dealing, drug use. Everybody is speaking Swahili, many different African dialects, Congolese, etc. I've seen about 10-15 drug deals, like just in the last 20 minutes here. It's horrible. What a horrible place.
This area here is actually so bad that the majority of Chinese people are even moving out. You can see lots and lots of Chinese stores that are closed, and that will tell you a lot. Like when Chinese people give up their store, it's really bad.
That's true. What a crazy area to be in, eh? Oh man, I don't even know what to tell you.
I think you missed the garbage. The garbage is over there.
Ay. Oh my god. Well guys, if this doesn't depress you, I don't know what else will. Welcome to the National Square of Napoli. Wow. This place was built in 1885 as like an urban renewal project for the city. And then it was sort of reconstructed again and sort of re-inaugurated around 2006. But believe it or not, Just a few years ago, there was a Camorra mafia-related shooting just outside one of these many bars here, and a stray bullet ended up hitting a 4-year-old by the name of Noemi. She miraculously survived that incident. But this area now is, believe it or not, the National Square of Napoli, and it is one of the sketchiest areas that you can be in. Do not come here once it gets dark. That's the information that's available online. It's quite literally just full of pickpockets, thieves, drug dealing, and much more. So yeah, welcome to Zombie Land, Zombie World. Merry Crisis, as I said. All of the governments are working for the same people. They're all working for the same people. And they don't really care about the people that live in these working class areas of Italy, or the working class areas of Germany or France or Ireland or England. They don't care about us. They care about their never-ending war machine. They care about poisoning our food, and they care about keeping all of these people in the same situation and keeping that machine going in the same direction over the European Union. And you can see that everywhere you go. This lady just abandoned her kid, the crackhead.
He was gonna hit her.
Man, absolutely mental.
Wow, this feels unsafe.
This is hell, literally hell on earth, man.
To the left.
Yeah, this is the reality, guys, of Italy. Sun is starting to set over the romantic city of Napoli. Wow.
When the moon hits you,
Yeah, like a big pizza pie. If you want fake clothes, fake watches, fake anything pretty much.
And a lot of drugs.
And a lot of drugs, a lot of plastic. Oh.
Are you okay? What was that?
It smells so bad here. Oh. Oh, it smells horrifically bad. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Oh, this is the dirtiest city I've ever been to in my life. Hands down. Hey, look at this. Found the brightest fish stand in all of Napoli. It only makes the smell of the surrounding area 10 times worse though. Like, I already was throwing up in my mouth, and now it's like...
I actually feel like it made it a little bit better because you can only smell the fish and not the pee and everything else.
Yeah. This whole area here, this whole quarter of the city is just basically open air markets, illegal cigarettes, illegal anything. $2.50 for a pack of cigarettes, which is crazy in modern day Europe. Usually they're up closer to somewhere around maybe 10 to 15 euro per pack. So yeah, this place is wild. Everything seems to be just done through the black market, and obviously some of these are legal vendors as well. But yeah, this place is mad. This is the Bangla agency, Mohammed Shaheen Mia. It's entirely in Arabic, Pakistani, Bengali, Indian. What is it for?
They have a little bit of Italian on the side. It says it's all things that a lawyer would usually do.
Ah, okay.
So like they register you if you want to open a company, they renew your staying permission.
Next to the church, by the way, is just basically completely run down like drug flats. Very obviously like squatting establishments and a lot of junkies and people that you don't want to be around. So it's probably understandable that the church is no longer operating. We just read something actually that said that this church was actually built on top of a mass grave. So there was, initially this church was built over a mass grave. Then that church burned down. There was another church built. That one was eventually destroyed as well, and then this is actually the third church that we were just inside, and the inside of it is destroyed. So you could probably say that it's just completely cursed land that it's on. And the people in the mass grave, believe it or not, all died from the plague. And have a look at these statues. So this is one of the creepiest statues that we've ever seen, actually. I don't understand it at all.
It's like a sphinx type of a body, but then the face is kind of weird, haunted. Like looking, I don't know. Everything here is a little odd.
Very, very strange.
You guys, we just came across another one of those very obviously medieval churches, and they were entirely defaced on the bottom. I really don't know what to tell you. Like, why do you look at a building like this and you're like, wow, I really need to write my name, or I need to draw a genitalia or whatever. I will never understand. Seems like this is the entrance to the church. It's absolutely insane. Crazy here. Why do you do that? It's insanity.
Make Europe Christian again.
You actually have a giant door here with a very, very large clock, but the time on the clock is wrong. It's actually just 4:30 right now, and the clock is showing 9:25. Very interesting though. It's always crazy to see these very, very large sort of archways to go through. And the sun is slowly going down here. Everything seems to be so dark. It's starting to get a little spooky, I think.
It's crazy. It feels like we're in a Jack the Ripper movie.
Yeah, and there's no streetlights here either.
There's no way of lighting up the streets. This is just Sketchtown Central. Ay. Camera does not do this justice, but this just looks like straight out of the Joker movie or something. I also wish that there was a way to smell this. Just trust me, you don't want to smell it.
Smell-o-vision.